Hi everyone, I am Ms. Macedo. Welcome to our lesson. In today's lesson, we are going to learn about figurative language. Are you ready? Let's get started. Figurative language. Figurative language creates images for the reader or listener. The writer uses descriptions that are comparisons, repetitions, exaggerations, and imitations to make the writing more interesting and engaging. Let's look at the difference between figurative and literal language. Literally, words function exactly as defined. The car is blue. He caught the football. Figuratively, figure out what it means. I have got your back. You are a doll. Figures of speech. There are a few types of figurative language: simile, metaphor, hyperbole, and personification. I am going to give you an example of each of them, and I'm going to show you the literal meaning and the figurative meaning. After, we are going to look at each of them separately. Simile. Let's look at an example of a literal meaning. He has big feet. This is just a literal meaning. It means that this boy has big feet. Now, let's look at the simile. His feet are as big as skateboards. This is a simile because it is comparing his feet to skateboards, meaning that his feet is very big. Let's look at an example of metaphor. And we are going to look at a literal meaning and a figurative meaning. Her hair is very soft. This is the literal meaning. Now let's look at a metaphor. Her hair is silky. This is a metaphor, and is the figurative meaning. It's just saying that her hair is very soft. Hyperbole. A literal meaning in this case, in this example, is the backpack feels very heavy. This is actually the literal meaning. The backpack is heavy. Now, a hyperbole, the backpack weighs a ton. This is an exaggeration and is the figurative meaning. It just means that the backpack is very heavy. And now let's look at a personification example. The lava erupted from the volcano. This is actually the literal meaning. Now, a figurative meaning in a personification would be the volcano spit lava from its mouth. So this is the figurative meaning. Now we are going to look at each figurative language separately, and we are going to start by taking a look at simile. What is simile? Comparison of two things using like or as. Examples: the metal twisted like a ribbon. She is as sweet as candy. So you can see in both examples, the writer used either like or as to compare two different things. In this case, the metal twisted like a ribbon just means that the metal twisted very fast and easily. And she is as sweet as candy. It doesn't mean like that she tastes like candy. It just means that she's so sweet, she's very nice. Important. Using like or as doesn't make a simile. A comparison must be made. An example of not a simile: I like pizza. This is not a simile. You can see the word like, but it's not comparing pizza to anything. Now a simile: the moon is like a pizza. This is a simile because the writer is comparing the moon to a pizza. Now that we learned about similes, let's learn about metaphor. Two things are compared without using like or as. Examples: her heart is stone. This is a metaphor because it's just saying that her heart is cold. Now, the other example, she is a walking dictionary. This is a metaphor because it's turning this person into a dictionary. This just means that she is very smart. Personification, giving human traits to objects or ideas. Examples: the sunlight danced. So, as we know, the sunlight doesn't dance, just means that this person saw the sunlight moving. Water on the lake shivers. The streets are calling me. The streets are calling me is a personification because a street is an object and it doesn't call you, it just means that this person really wanted to go out. Hyperbole, exaggerating to show strong feeling or effect. Examples: my house is a million miles away. This person's house is not a million miles away, it just means that that their house is very far. I am so hungry I could eat a horse. This is a hyperbole because this person could not actually eat a horse. It just means that this person is very hungry. So today we learned about figurative language. Figurative language is a creative way to describe a person, place, object, or event. This creates a more descriptive picture in the mind of the reader. Language examples include simile, metaphor, hyperbole, and personification. The use of creative language makes writing more exciting, fun, and interesting. Now it is your turn to show your understanding of figurative language. And the first thing that you are going to do, you are going to create your own figurative language. So what you can do now, you can write down in your notebook a simile. So you can compare one thing to another thing using like or as. Or you can just draw something. So you can draw two things comparing them. Or you can create a metaphor. So you can write down a metaphor, or you can also draw something that conveys a metaphor. And you are going to create figurative language by matching the words with the images to complete a simile. For example, is strong as. What's strong on the other side? A mouse, as lightning, a snail, or a ball? So you are going to match. Slow like, which one are you going to choose in this side? A mouse, as lightning, a snail, or a ball? Which one is very slow? So when you match this activity, you can just point to the correct answer. As small as a mouse, as lightning, a snail, or a bull. And the last one, as quick as a mouse, as lightning, a snail, or a bull. So you can just point to the correct one. For each beginning of the sentence, you have here the simile on the other side. Today we learned about figurative language. Thanks for watching this video.